letters from no one. The escape of the Brazilian boa constrictor earned Harry his longest ever punishment. By the time he was allowed out and discovered again, the summer holidays had started and Dudley had already broken his new sign camera and crashed the remote control airplane and first time on his racing bike knocked down old Mrs. Fig as she crossed over private drive on the crutches. Harry was glad that school was over, but there was no escaping Dudley's gang who visited their house every day. Single every day. Hires, Dennis, Malcolm, Jordan were all big and stupid. But if Dudley was the biggest and stupidest of the lot, he was the leader. The rest of them were quite happy to join Dudley's favorite sport, Harry hunting. This was why Harry spent as much time possible out of the house wandering around and thinking about the end of the holidays, where he could see a tiny ray of hope. When September came, he would be going off to secondary school, and for the first time in his life, he won't be with Dudley. Dudley had a place at Uncle Vernon's old school, Smeltings. The Pioneer Polkis was going there too. Harry, on the other hand, was going to Stonewall High, the local comprehensive. Dudley thought this was very funny. They stuck people's heads down the toilet first day at Stonewall's, he told Harry. Want to come upstairs and practice? No thanks, said Harry. The poor toilet had never had anything horrible as your head held down it. It might be sick. And before he ran out, before Dudley could work out what he had just said. One day in July, Aunt Petunia took Dudley to London to buy a smelting uniform, leaving Harry and Mrs. Figgs. Mrs. Figgs wasn't bad as usual. She turned out she broke a leg tripping over one of her cats, and she didn't quite as fond of them before. She let Harry watch television and gave him a bit of chocolate cake to taste it as she had it for several years. When Dudley paraded in the living room for the families in his brand new uniform, smelting boys wore modern tailcoats, orange knickerbockers, the flat straw hats called boaters. They also carried knobbly sticks used for hitting each other while the teacher wasn't looking. This was supposed to be good training for later life. As he looked at Dudley in his new knickerbockers, the Uncle Vernon said gruffly that it was the proudest moment of his life. Uncle Petunia burst into tears and she said she couldn't believe it was her Icky Dudley twins. He looked so handsome and grown up.